I was just reading Ari Melber's tribute, and I'll read what I have to say out loud. I was talking about Robert Weir. It hit me today, finally. And this is a tribute that I was just reviewing from a number of days ago. It was a tribute to a very unique, he was just a very regular musician who loved to play, and he preserved Americana and American music, which covers all the Americas and beyond, but regardless, if not for us, but for whom. And he was a special guy, not unlike the person eulogizing or, well, whatever, say, memorializing Bob here in the same note. Robert Weir once said to me, and there were about 3 others that were standing along a fence at a exit from the Sacramento Fairgrounds, I believe. Might have been down at Laguna Seca. Not sure. Anyways, it was a while ago. It was in the 80s. Early 80s. And out of the blue. Oh yeah, 1980-ish. He was there. And he was really concerned, apparently, as he turned on a dime and suddenly started, I don't want to say ranting about it, but he was stressing. This is really important. Preserve unique American music. I never forgot it. I'm not going to kid you. I like both of them the same. I didn't like one more than the other. The only thing I did like is, of course, Jerry tying it together with his guitar playing. The only person that came close to that, I'd say, would be a combination of, did I say Jimmy Herring? I wanted to say Jimmy Herring and perhaps not the guy from Dark Star Orchestra. He gave it a good try, no doubt. I'd say Jimmy Herring is the one that got Jerry Garcia down the best, and having Warren Haynes in there filling in for a while, that was pretty cool. I liked it when Bob did Bob's songs at that time, and I still say that for when he toured with Dead and Company. And when I should say they took on, and John Mayer agreed to take on that role. Not an easy role to step into. Stilted, nonetheless, John Mayer was. John Mayer took the challenge up, and by the time it was all done, did a damn good job. Personally, I like John Mayer's own music much better. But because he did this and stuck with it, he is forever one of the Grateful Dead himself. Not the Grateful Dead, but Dead and Company. So, whatever. Part of that family, that community. That's what it was about. If anyone ever wondered, it wasn't about, at least to me, it wasn't about drugs, it wasn't about any of that other stuff. Not saying the Goonie Bird, the Lucy in the Sky didn't, or the mushrooms didn't open the mind. It does. Not for everybody, folks. It ain't. Don't buy that stuff. You don't need stuff to enjoy music. If anyone ever tells you that, they're completely full of crap. Anyways, I never forgot what Bob said. I sure as heck didn't. At the time, I wasn't sure 100% what he meant. When I was like, wow, when I had to get into that. David Dodd, D-O-D-D, on art sites. I think it's on dead.net. Annotated only the Grateful Dead's lyrics. Although I gotta say, I really like, of all things the Dead did, one of the most fascinating things is Dead does Dylan. Just like when Ozzy Osbourne, sort of an analogy here, Ozzy Osbourne redid his own songs as Ozzy Osbourne that he did with Black Sabbath. I love the Black Sabbath versions, but the ones that Ozzy did live, I saw them, I'm telling you, fire. Sheer fire. And not unlike that, this was lightning in a bottle at times. Other times it flickered. Most of the time it was lightning in a bottle. It was never always perfect. Sure how it wasn't. And I like it when I see these artists that are younger now and their parents are not afraid to let them make mistakes, because without making the mistakes, you will never learn. But you guys already know that if you ever hear this, or if the parents hear it, and you tell your kids, the ones I'm talking about later on. Anyways, it's very true. Americana and American music starts with gospel, and it branches off. That's the way I see it. It really does. Into the blues, rock, psychedelia, what used to be called, whatever, country western, and now it's just country, or maybe it's the vice versa, jazz, and all the branches, rap, ska, everything, all kinds of stuff, all of it. I believe Jerry, you know, well, Bob did it for a year longer than Jerry, is what I was trying to say. I was joking. Just a little bit longer. So, that's a long time. 61 years. I've got the t-shirts say 30 years dead. I know, I was there 79, 95. What a time. Anybody tries to make this as like some kind of great Woodstock thing or something like that, it wasn't. There was never any merchandise in the parking lot, and merch didn't start till 95. Merchandise is how bands have to do things now. So if you feel like somebody's milking it or taking it too far, or they got a YouTube channel and they're asking for too much, or why don't you do this, that's because how they have to make money these days. You have to tour. Maybe that paradigm shift, and it probably will shift again back the other way. We'll be laying down things a different way. But at that time, and if it weren't for Bob, hundreds and hundreds of people and their children, if not more, that worked for them would have been out of a job. If he said, "Yep, I'm done," and Mickey and Phil and Bob and if they'd all said, "We're done," because after Brent Midland died, I knew it wasn't long for Jerry. Thank God that, or whomever, that Vince Welnick, and I'll thank God that Vince Welnick and Bruce Hornsby, especially, both of them at the same time, God love them for stepping in. It took two of them. They still couldn't replace Brent. You couldn't. Just like Brent couldn't replace Pigpen. It was a unique sound. 65 to, I'd say, about 72. You got a little drop-off period. And it's pretty good, I'd say, from a little bit after 72 all the way up through about 77. Keith's starting to fade off. Donna's starting to get a little reedy. They started to mess around with the sniffity sniff, if I recall. They all admitted it was a mistake. The Bobby Hill, propane, daddy propane, Eric Clapton cocaine. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, it's too bad. But, and then Jerry messed around. He made his choice. He made his bed. They tried convincing him. He said, I'd rather do the drugs than have to do this gig. If I can't do it without it, you can do it without me. And they kept touring. That was Jerry's choice. And it hurt. I saw him in 95. That was my last show in Pittsburgh. I probably won't talk about this too many other times again. Let's close a chapter. All the voices that sang for this band, with the exception of John Mayer, but when I was with them, from 79 to 95, they've been silenced, except for Mickey and Bob. Excuse me. Yeah, Billy. Bill's a jazz drummer. Mickey's a percussionist. Argue with me about it all you want. Whatever. The point is there were lots of funsies. Woohoo. And Bob's chord changes, and they were quite angular at times. I said, see and hear the song Victim or the Crime. It is an example of angular, very discordant. Fun? Funsies? I don't know. It begs a question, and it does haunt me forever. Why are we selling guns instead of food today? I'm borrowing from some words and throwing stones. Proletariat gray, money green, proletariat gray, selling guns instead of food today. Bum, bum, bum. And these kids down here, Leonardo Patrick and the Raised Wrong family, shake their bones. And the politicians today, throwing stones. It's the same stuff, different day, guys. It's just very different. But it's the same stuff. Don't kid yourself. It's a beautiful world. It'll be here long after we're gone. And if it's not, don't sweat it. Don't buy into the 5 bad news stories and the 1 happy ending story. That's supposed to come for the world news. And even if you search through all of the available sources you can find out there, that's horse patootie. That's just the news of the day. It's like polls. It's like house guests. They come, and the great thing about it is then they go, whether you like them or not. They come, and they go. You know what I'm saying? Me too. So, witness all you who read this. way long after I've left this earthly plane, perhaps, unless these guys aren't lucky enough to outlive me. Oh, I've been around for a long, long time. $6 Man, the tunnel. If you were down there back in the day when there was Steve Austin and $6 Million Man, you know. Tunnel, Bigfoot, $6 Million Man, Leonardo Patrick, you could have my fuzzy. It's a rat fuzz, $2,700 worth today. Hey, I got that much, 2,000 plus another 700 merch. Come on. You could have it. I'm just saying. Ted Rush, I always give a shout out to him because he came up with Walk on a Wall, Gravity, and whatever. Anyone wants to make fun of that guy for his videos or whatever. I just thought it was hysterical. I thought, this guy's got something going. He reminds me of me. When you see Ted Rush, and it seems like maybe a little bit, he seems almost very attuned and at the same time very hyperactive at times. I could be wrong. He reminds me of me. So when I saw that video, I couldn't help but laugh. And when I was thinking about Mr. Krabs committing possible crababalism, I mean, he's got to be cooking his people up, or what the hell else? You don't feed fish patties, right? To fish? Oh, yeah, you do. Fish burger. Tina Turner said it. Mm-hmm. Fish burger. Yeah, she did. Come on, homie. Give us some of it. Come on. We know your stash is. Come on, homie. You can't hold forever. Come on. We don't want to tell Marge, do you? See, no. No, these guys are great. Leonardo Patrick and the Raise Wrong family, I hope you guys always rise high. And long after I pass this earthly plane, you'll carry on the torch, one way or the other, unless you don't. And so witness all you who read this in the future, if not for these artists who are doing the very same thing as Bob did as I do. And to be clear, and in my humble or honest opinion, both the aforementioned artists, including Ted Rush, who's funny as hell, because he gave me gravity patties when I meant to say Krabby Patties. You don't feed crabs to fish. It's the other way around. Crabs eat their bottom feeders. Come on, like lobsters. Give me a break. But I gave SpongeBob his pineapple back. So just because I took a bite out of it and I reassembled the pineapple off my pizza. Yeah, I admit it. I had pineapple on my pizza. You don't like it too bad. I wear glasses. I was able to put it together. I noticed the movement in Landon, in Lyric, and in Leonardo. They all have the letter L. Isn't that unique? I bet someday, if not both, one of those brothers, whether it's their father or not and raised wrong, is still with them all along. I don't know. I mean, just like me. He may age out for the kids do. I don't know. I'll probably live longer than all y'all. But then again, that's because who I am. Lord of the Onion Ring. $6 Man. Tunnel. Bigfoot. Had to stay tuned. I had to go change the channels. My father. We were the remote control. To antennas. You didn't have antennas, did you? Antennas. Unless you went and bought one retro. You didn't have the Atari. MTV the day it started. And before all that. For electricity. For the Industrial Revolution. He had the Dickinsonian tale. What did the Ghost of Christmas Present, and I'm not talking about anything other than one particular part of the episode. You go watch Alistair Sims' version, 1951, of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. A very cautionary tale. Quite the cautionary tale. Something that was Bob and the rest of this band, but Bob liked that. The country, Ari Melber goes on in his tribute to speak about Americana. The cautionary tale. It's there. In Jack Straw, my nickname, or Jack Straws, you should say, spelled with a Z. Just add a Z or two Z's to it. Yeah, that's what my nickname was. Or Yummy Nugs, or just Mike, or Shut the Hell Up, because we're trying to hear the music. No, really. Should have seen when I was at a concert one time, the Allman Brothers, not that many years ago, at not Saratoga Performing Arts Center, not at SPAC. It was at CMAC, Marvin Sands Performing Arts Center in Canandaigua, New York. Nice venue, great wine. Great people that host this venue. Dinosaur Barbecue was pretty good. And Italian sausage out in the parking lot. And more. Hot women. Huh. Anyways, yeah. I'm only 5'11". I shrunk down to 5'10", believe me. Anybody that's is a little bit shorter, is not 6'3", understands, is not an envy of being tall, because I know all my friends are big and tall. It's hard as hell to find clothes that are fit. Really. And then when you're shorter, it's hard to find things too. I used to wear 30-29 when I was in high school. And when I was a senior, it's a perfect cut for jeans. Just boot cut jeans. Regular or whatever. A little bit flared, but not too much boot cut. Otherwise. Yeah. Ride. You know what I'm saying? Ride. You guys ride it on. These aforementioned artists do the exact same thing. They preserve unique American music. And from Lord of the Onion Ring Radio, yeah, I'll try calling 97 Rock today if I can get through to Megan. If she's still on, I don't know that she is. And if I can get through to, I won't say the disc jockey, but on Psychedelic Sunday, one of these Sundays coming up, he already did it once, and none of you can guess, my friend did, which of those green screens with Landon, one of them I'm singing on, and with Leonardo's playing the guitar. There's two of them. One I green screen, and it's just him playing the guitar and me tapping something to the guitar. Cowboy on a steely horse I ride around the range. I'm on the ring, after all, underground. The hamsters came down. They had a pair of dice. It's an odd pair of dice, like you got an odd pair of dice. Someone that takes care of kids, an odd pair. Or you could have a pair of dice, or a hamster's pair of dice. Like it's their paradise. It's, alliteration, let me go. Right? Seriously. Oh, Cipollini's came around, Vidalius, that's me. We were getting down. Scanes brought him for way down south to drag the leaks from Staten Island. Yeah, them guys, we did. Didn't have no choice, had to do it. The codfish developers, from Rovio, they're gobbling all the codfish up, Ro. Yeah, they do. They're not like Trey Pistachio, who says, let's go out to dinner and see a movie. Let's go out to dinner and see a movie. Because, see, like my Jewish friends, I can too. And I told Donna plenty of times. And I do it all the time. I watch the Chinese food and I eat the movies. And when the movie's over, whenever I'm done eating it, if there's any Chinese food left, I keep an eye on it. I'm not a damn fool. I know what I like. Nothing in a squirrel, egg roll, or spring roll away. Hell yes. I can too eat that. You are not assuming control, Donna. No, they ain't fooling me. It's 4:20. No, it's 4:20. On the clock right now. It's 4:20. Oh, God. It's 4:20. I knew it was the time. Never bow, guys. Never kneel. No one can make you quit. Unless you want to quit. They could try. And may you never give your love into a foolish heart. Peace and much love for me. Turns 4:21. Anyways, peace out.